Hey beautiful! So today I have a very important topic that I need to talk to you about, and this is why knowing your cycle is so extremely important while recovering from an injury. And I haven't talked to you about this yet. Unless you're my private client, then I'm absolutely sure that we touched this topic as well. But just a quick disclaimer before I go into details. So I'm not a hormone specialist. I'm not an endocrine specialist. This is not my specialty, but I do know some of the things and I want to share them with you because this video is going to help you both. So if you are recovering from an injury or if you want to take care of as a prevention so that you don't injure yourself, and your cycle plays an extremely important role in this. So first, I would love you to answer a couple of questions, 4 to be exact. Question number 1, how well do you know your cycle, your menstrual cycle? Question number 2, do you know when the temperature in your body changes during your cycle? Question number 3, do you know when you are ovulating? And question number 4, do you know which day of your cycle is today? So the reason why I'm asking you these questions is because the information is very important, because hormones play an important role when it comes to injuries or re-injuries. There is a very well researched connection between hormone estrogen, and ligament injuries. And when we're talking about ligament injuries, very well researched is ACL, so knee ligament. And it's the most common ligament injury in women than any other ligament in the body. So what is actually happening? So when the temperature of your body changes, this affects laxity of your ligaments. So when the estrogen levels increase, this also affects laxity of ligaments. So what does that actually mean? It means that, your ligaments become more loose. So it's not your ankle or your knee, it's not as stable. And when something is not as stable as it should be or as normally is, it means that there is a bigger possibility of injury. And that's also why ACL injuries are in female runners, for example, usually happens during ovulation. So estrogen up, injuries up. And it's also very interesting that ankle injuries are more common in women than men. It's possibly that it's the same thing, when we are ovulating, when there is more estrogen, it means that things are not as stable. So that's one thing, what is happening. Hormones play an important role. Now, menstrual cycle, completely normal thing, but there is another thing, and that is that we can affect levels of our hormones with the foods, with the diet that we have. And I'm not gonna go really into any huge details about this because this video is not about this, about nutrition or diet, but I would love to share with you a couple of things. So hormones are extremely powerful and they influence our physical function. And because they are so extremely powerful, our bodies are excreting just a tiny amount of hormones. So tiny amount, good. But if we actually consume extra hormones, this disrupts homeostasis. So when we have too much of hormones, then this can lead to diseases. So what I mean by consuming extra hormones. So if your diet consists of normal foods, so that means that you are eating also animal-based foods, and especially if we are talking about dairy, it means that you are consuming extra hormones, extra estrogen. Now, You know, there is a big organic and grass-fed beef and butter and, you know, dairy, and this is okay in regards to that you are not getting any extra artificial hormones. However, you are still getting natural hormones that cows and sheep and other animals actually have, because we all have hormones. So even if you're eating organic and grass-fed, know that you are still consuming natural hormones that are inside of those foods. So you are actually can, you know, increase the potential of any injuries or re-injuries, because your estrogen levels are always slightly higher. And if you're a guy and you're watching this and you're like, well, I don't have a menstrual cycle, that's all good. Here's the thing. When you're drinking dairy, milk, or eating yogurt or cheese or whatever, when this hits your intestines within 1 hour, the levels of estrogen increases. And what does that mean? It means that levels of your testosterone decrease. So more estrogen, less testosterone. So if you're eating dairy, you are affecting that as well. Not just dairy, you know, hormones are also in other things. So animals like humans, they have naturally, of course, in their bodies hormones. So that's thing number one. And another thing that I would also love to talk to you about is in regards to maintaining healthy weight. It's not just the, you know, oh, I have to lose those extra pounds, I don't know, 10, 20, 50, whatever it is, because I want to look good. Yes, you know, okay, I understand this, but there is also a very big connection between estrogen levels and extra weight, because our fat cells also excrete estrogen. So that means that the more fat you have, the more estrogen you are excreting as well. So that's the reason why it's also very important to take care of your weight, to maintain healthy weight. So as you can see, you know, when you're recovering from an injury, it's not just about the exercises, the physical part. It's very, very important that you take care of every single area for the best healing. So that was for today. If you think that this video would help anyone else, please share it. And I'll talk to you very soon. And of course, if you would love to work with me or know more about my work, please visit my website, mynovak.com. Sending you so much love. Mwah! Bye bye.